So, all right, do you want to talk about the Super Bowl, or did you?
Yeah, sure. We'll just kind of because the Super Bowl is tomorrow. I'm trying to think. I mean, my whole thing is basically like, are the Bengals going to be able to prevent Joe Burrow from getting sacked, 27 times? Because they're going up against Aaron Donald and Von Miller, and it's just that's kind of my main thing. And then it's just kind of the Rams probably should win. I think they overall have the better team and the better roster, but they probably should have blown out Tampa Bay, and they didn't. They probably should have been ahead of the 49ers at halftime of the NFC Championship game, and they weren't. Stafford led the league in interceptions this year. So it's kind of one of those things where the Rams should win this game handily, but they might not, just because the Bengals they seem to have a lot of confidence that we'll just hang around and just try to make the plays at the end, and we'll, try to get the lead. So I think the Rams are going to win, but if it's like you've been saying, if it's close late, I think I kind of like the Bengals. So, yeah. I just hope it's a good game. I'm nervous that, if the Rams get up on top of them in the first quarter, it could get ugly. So I hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. I think the Rams they have the opportunity to basically slam the door on this game in the first half. They could win this game in the first half if they play really well. And they had Greg Cosell was on Colin's show, and he basically said that he thinks the Rams are going to come out aggressive, empty sets and throw the ball down the field. And they probably will. And by the way, that thing about Stafford leading the league in interceptions, he only had 17 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's not that many. So and Burrow had 14. So I find that interesting that we've turned into, yes, okay, Stafford will throw the ball to the other team, but so does Joe Burrow. Like, Eli Manning would throw the ball to the other team. Every great quarterback, they throw the ball to the other team sometimes when you're trying to be aggressive, which is what you have to do to win the game. It's worth the risk. So, yeah, I think I just have a feeling, unless something happens in the first half that changes the game, I just think the Rams will keep the Bengals in it for a while.
Well, and I think basically if you're the Bengals, you need to run the ball, and you need to steal some possessions. You need to get some turnovers.
Right.
And Nick Wright was being ridiculous this week. He's like, well, unless Stafford throws 3 or more interceptions, no. He could throw 1 or 2 and the Bengals could stick around, or somebody could start fumbling the ball. I mean, Cam Akers fumbled the ball like 3 times against the Bucs. So, yeah, it's one of those, but it is one of those things where I feel like the margin for error for Cincinnati is definitely smaller than it is for the Rams.
Right.
So that's why I think the Rams probably win this game.
Yeah, they're only favored by 3.5 right now. So, this is not like this game is it's a complete mismatch. It's not. It's just the advantage that the Rams have might be too overwhelming to overcome. Yeah. The Rams' defensive line is just ferocious, and Cincinnati's offensive line is not good, and they're not going to get better. So it's not as if Cincinnati's going to figure something out. I think they can do some things to manage it, run the ball, get the ball out quick, keep some extra guys in to protect. They can do some things to try to mitigate it a little bit. But as we all know, these playoff games come down to 3rd and 7. They know you're going to throw. Your quarterback's got to make a play, and your offensive line has to hold up. And that's hard. That's hard to overcome. But, Stafford will throw the ball to the other team. It's just, do they catch it or not?
Yeah.
So, but I'm looking forward to a good game. I would really yes, it could be a blowout, but I think there's a pretty decent chance that it's a pretty competitive game going to the fourth quarter. So
that's all you really want,
Yes, so that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.